This is just a test.
Clearly. All right.
Let's see.
What is it doing?
I don't know.
Oh, because it's...
Oh, you're on hands-free.
My bad.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. So now... go live with... Oh.
Nope, we don't need to. We're just live now. So let's turn a bit.
I don't hear any weird echo right now.
Me neither. This is really good.
Yeah. I wonder if this is okay.
Hi, guys. We're just wondering. We're signed on with 2 live accounts. So let us know. Do you hear echoes or does it sound okay? Hey, Sonia. We're signed on with 2 live accounts and we're trying to figure out
Hey,
if...
Nika.
Hi, Nika. If you guys can hear echoes. So do you hear any echoes or are we okay? Because we have Clastige and Wham Bam Glam on together.
No.
Yes! Yes! Okay.
That's a win already.
This is huge for us. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Next thing is I just hope that neither one of these phones fall.
Yes.
Because we literally position them in front of the window.
Yes. Literally they're hanging on to a windowsill.
I don't even want to touch the table right now.
Yeah, we gotta contain our excitement a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys,
is awesome.
Yes, the show actually starts at 12, so we're gonna give all our fans and followers some time to come on and join. Again, this starts at 12, so we have some time before we get started. So I'm going to have to move for just a moment. And also, it's going to look funky because we have 2 phones running, you guys, because we wanted to run both live accounts. So sometimes I'm going to be looking in one phone and sometimes in the other. So it just depends on where you're logged in according to if you're getting eye contact from either of us, okay?
Yeah.
So bear with us until we get really popular and really big and have really, really cool equipment to do this out of a cool studio. But in the meantime, we're going to give everyone a few minutes to join, okay? Hi, Suk. Hi, Shima. And Shahana. Actually, it's not Shima, it's Shahana. Sorry. What time is it? Is it noon yet?
No, we still have 4 minutes.
We have 4
but
minutes
I think we should probably give folks a couple minutes too to sign on. So maybe we'll start maybe around 12:04-ish, 12:05.
Yeah. So we're actually going to end it, I think, and we'll start over. Is that good? Should we turn it off or should we start over?
I think we can just leave it. I mean,
all right. Okay. Well, you guys can just stare at us.
If you guys have any questions, or if you want to start letting us know what questions you have, I can start at least making a note because I don't have anything to do right now. So. What just happened? What is that?
It's a tissue.
Oh. She's blowing her nose. That's why she's like, yeah, can we come back? I gotta blow my nose. I need to take care of my personal problems right now.
I was supposed to start at 12, guys. Come on.
No, this is good. You guys can see us
natural. Yeah, I'm still gonna move over this way and
do it.
Do whatever I need to do.
Okay. Let me pull up in my notebook so I can read. So how are you guys doing today?
We need to cool it
it's
off
Thursday.
in here a bit, though. It is a little warm.
Is it?
It's a little warm in here.
I was gonna bring a fan in here, but then I was worried that the fan might
knock our phone down, actually.
Or knock the phone down.
All right, guys, I know we're being goofy. Sorry, we just know we have some time before we officially start. But like Christina said...
We're not here to be serious.
We're not here to be very serious. We're here to have a good time, make sure you have a good time, give you good content.
By the way, her birthday's on Saturday.
It is. Okay, this is a cool game. My birthday's on Saturday. For those of you who don't know me to that personal of a level, or who do, how old am I going to be? And no cheating. Okay,
when we were in New York, this guy thought she was... Should I say?
No, don't tell him yet. Okay. Don't tell him yet. But he did think out of the 5 of us that were there that I was the youngest.
He did think
I was the youngest. So that was it was a great compliment. But I want you guys to play. My birthday is on Saturday. I'm not going to give you any indication or anything about my lifestyle yet because you'll put too much together. So just guess how old I am. I'm curious.
How old Shikha is.
And you know what? We're going to make it fun. The person who comes closest who doesn't actually know me, and gets the closest, I'm going to send you one of my favorite makeup products.
Ooh,
yes.
That's awesome.
So play because we're going to be real. And I'm going to ask the question again, probably towards the end of the show, and you guys can, and you got to answer during the show though. So if you've joined, this is one of the cool things that you get.
Okay, Scrumptious Ladybud guessed 40.
Guessed 40, that's all right. 40 is a good number. So let's go ahead. Scrumptious Ladybud, 40.
Because I have 2-second memory.
Yes.
I'm not going to remember anything.
Nicole. She's like, I'm not gonna guess because I know. I'll buy you my favorite product anyway, okay? Okay, Ibog.
Hope you're loving Houston, Nicole.
Said 36.
Okay.
Yes. Cool.
Okay.
This is
like
fun.
this.
I'm glad
know,
we're
this is
doing
fun.
this, and I'm super excited because I have like the best product in the world that I'm going to send you guys.
Ooh, I'm
so
excited.
yeah, I know this is going to be good.
Yeah, she knows her stuff.
Yeah.
We were talking about this before we went on, but she gave me like a whole list of products that I need to go out and get. So.
I also asked her to take me shopping because I have a dull fashion sense in comparison to her.
You don't.
So,
did you not see your all pink outfit in New York?
We're going to talk about that today, you guys. That
outfit, if you guys haven't seen it, go to her feed. It's literally so pretty. And what was really funny about her too is that she says that, oh, like my fashion's not like up to par. Whatever, Shikha. Because, so we're in the same room,
Christina.
right? And she's like pulling out all of her stuff from her suitcase. And she's like, well, what do you think if I like wore this, and this together? That all pink outfit was all her, by the way. I think I just like gave you like the okay. I was like,
I just needed
stamp
approval.
of approval.
Yes,
yeah,
I
but
needed
like,
approval.
that was like all you.
Thank
girl.
you.
Like, you
I call that one my
yourself.
money outfit because it was the one outfit where when I was shopping for New York Fashion Week, it was like the one outfit where I was like, I'm wearing this on the day we have the most shows and the most parties because I felt the best in it. So I'm going to give you guys a breakdown because that was also the outfit that got the most comments and the most questions and the most likes on all of my social media. So I told everyone, if you join today, I'm going to tell you where every piece came from, how you could put together, how I varied it up a little, how they got me to be a little risque, a little out of my comfort zone to make it not so corporate worky. So, I think it's 12 o'clock. Is it 12?
It's 12:01.
It's 12:01. All right. So welcome to Classy Glam Thursdays, guys.
Welcome to Classy Glam Thursdays. Check out this amazing mug, by the way.
I want mine too. It's right
Where's
there.
your mug? Oh.
Right there.
Should we switch?
We should. Well, this is you're on the left.
then.
Here we go. Let me do it this way.
We're gonna break these mugs before we even use them. So yeah, we're official now.
We're official, and if anyone is interested in a mug, DM us because I know where you can get them. They're amazing. And your pink outfit was on point. Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you. So for those of you who just joined, we are going to talk about all and everything New York Fashion Week today. In short, we're going to tell you how we got there, some of the shows we watched, what we learned, if you want to go, what you need to do and how to prepare for it, and also some of the things that we loved about it and maybe some of the things that we learned and didn't have such a easy time with. In that pink outfit, by the way, you guys, it was 20 degrees, 25 degrees.
It was pretty cold.
I didn't have a jacket because I was so like, I'm showing this outfit off. Like, I'm not putting a jacket over this.
I'm glad you did.
And we stood outside of a show we weren't registered for an hour and a half.
It was the Chromat show.
It was a
And
Chromat
if you guys
show.
are familiar with, I don't even know where they're based. If they're like a New York designer.
I
or
don't know,
where
but they're the
based,
athletic ones, right?
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
athletic,
Yeah,
yeah.
the athletic. Can we just say we actually didn't get into that show? So I stood outside in that amazing outfit for an hour and a half. But I got a lot of compliments.
Yeah.
But the point of Christina, right, was saying as well, is we don't always register for everything, or we don't always get a chance to register for everything, and we don't always get into every show. And that's going to happen. That's okay. You don't get into everything you try for. So that was one of the not so cool things that happened in New York. We got to stand outside in the freezing cold for...
Yeah, it was really cold. And so the way shows normally work, and I'll just kind of give you guys a breakdown of how it typically works. You can't buy tickets to the shows. And I think that's what a lot of people think, kind of, going into it blind and not really knowing what to expect.
Right.
There's no tickets. And so the way it works is, the designer is responsible for, putting on the show.
Yep.
And shows cost, anywhere from, 10 to hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you're Alexander Wang, you're spending upwards of at least like $1 million.
Right.
Like it's crazy. Like these shows are big events where buyers will come in. Well, traditionally it's been where buyers come in and they pick pieces, for their department store or things like that. Networking. Now it's becoming more of like a marketing ploy almost, because you have more than just buyers coming to Fashion Week.
Right.
You have influencers, you have photographers. It's a really, really big event in the fashion industry where like-minded individuals all come together and, think of it like, for all of our tech friends out there that go to Dreamforce and Open World.
That's
It's
right.
like the Dreamforce of the East Coast for the fashion industry. So the way the designers manage filling the shows is they obviously don't do it themselves, and they don't have staff that is really responsible for that, because their staff is responsible for creating the show. That's their expertise. That's their forte. Emma Louise is asking a question, and it's in French.
It's in French.
Do you mind sending it in English?
Please. We'd love to answer it, but we don't understand French.
I would. I mean, I could pull up my laptop, I guess.
Yes.
That might take too long.
It might take a moment.
Yeah. So if you just send it back in English, that'd be awesome.
Or if anybody knows French and can see the question, if you guys could translate it for us, that'd be really
that'd
great.
be awesome. So what designers typically do is they'll outsource the registration to a third party, and they'll go through a PR company, or they'll go through maybe like an individual to just handle that part of the show for them. So, I say this video.
You can respond to the video. Please engage.
It's just for watching. You should be able to leave a comment.
They say this video is just for watching, or can you respond? Oh, that's what they're asking? Is that what you're saying? No, you can definitely watch the video, and you can engage in the video. You can send us your questions via text through the comment section in the video.
What she just said.
Yes.
Thank you, Emma Louise.
Yes.
So let's see, where was I? So the way, like photographers and, like people like us, like fashion influencers, like the way they get into events is you would work with a PR company. So there are a few different PR companies that I work with now, especially since I've been there, 3 times already. Like now I have a good number of contacts, at different PR companies who I typically go to. So we're going to go back to New York in September. And so when I leave in September, I'll probably, reach out to them in August. They don't even have the schedules available until closer to the show. So when we were planning our trip, it was really hard for us to say, well, Thursday, we're going to have this, and this show. And then Friday we can do a shoot. I mean, a lot of things you don't even find out until the day before you get there, which is also really challenging, because we only went for the first four days of Fashion Week, and then Fashion Week went on for another 4 days. So I was getting a lot of invites for after we left, which was really hard,
because you want to extend, and you want to end up attending as much as you can, because sorry, I didn't mean to stop you anyway, Christina, but just to her point is, a lot of people do reach out after we leave, and that sucks, because we do want to be there and we want to watch a lot of the shows. And it happened like to me on a personal work basis when I was in Bombay. I got so many calls after leaving. I was like, I left back to Delhi and I was leaving back to the US in a couple days, and I had, I had actresses, I had designers, I had various people call me, photographers, saying, "Are you still in Bombay? We have this shoot. We need someone." And it was so hard to walk away and say, "Sorry, I'm not going to be here for that," because you're missing out. You could stay, but that's everywhere, guys. There's always, you're going to miss out on something all the time, and that's okay, because there's going to be an opportunity that comes. We missed the Chromatic show, but we ended up going, Chromat show, sorry. Chromatics is a Redken hair company. That's why I said Chromatics. It's a brand of hair.
You're geeking it up right now.
The Chromat show. But we saw so much more, and we ended up at other after parties and doing other things, which we'll tell you about. So, Shweta, I know you want to be in the video. Hi, and thank you for joining, but we are not taking anybody in the video yet. If you have questions and things, you can write them in the comment box. But for now, we're going to talk a little, and then maybe we can add you guys in later if you still want to be a
part. If we're feeling like technically adventurous.
Yes.
You guys have no idea how long it took us to really figure out the technical bit. We're creatives, not technical people.
I mean, we were tech people. We both walked out of the tech industry. So I think we walked out because we're definitely more creative. So you should, one day we're going to do a behind the scenes for you guys, and you're going to laugh at us as to like what it takes us to put these phones up and these videos going, and what we have around us. Like it's really, I show up an hour in advance doing test sessions. Like, is this going to work? Is it going to work?
When we were at her house last week, we literally had our phones balanced on top of a laptop and cereal.
Yes, there were cereal boxes underneath, and we put a laptop on top, and then we put our phones there. And that's how you guys got our amazing intro video.
Yeah. Today you guys are balanced on 5 books.
Yes, and 2 laptops.
And a candle.
And a candle.
That's like balancing it.
There's a lot, and we can't even touch the phone because we just are afraid it's
I'm not even going near the phone right now. Until the end.
Yes, until the end. Okay, so back to New York Fashion Week, because I think that's the content you want. like she was saying, that's how you get in. Christina, did we tell them everything about how we get in? So PR
yeah, so
companies.
you register through PR companies. So we did go to the Chromat show. Well, we were waiting in line, so we weren't registered. So there are times where you can get in without being registered, but it all kind of depends on a lot of things. Because when you typically shows, they give you a barcode, and it's a unique barcode for each attendee. So if they issue a barcode, then they're going to scan you, and then you walk in. Sometimes if they don't have barcodes, then you can just walk in. As long as you're dressed the part and you have that attitude, you can just go in. I mean, I have a friend, Brian, and he was telling me that he was in Paris during Paris Fashion Week, and he just walked into the Chanel show.
Wow.
Okay,
he looked the part.
Yeah, he looked the part. He just walked into the back, and he was just like, yeah, I just acted like I belong there, and then no one said anything.
Hi,
That's
Jennifer.
really how. Hi, Jennifer. That's really how a lot of these things work sometimes, and that's why I thought, it's a group of 4 girls, we're all dressed up, like there was a possibility that we could have gotten in, but there was also a possibility that we wouldn't. So,
on some we did. Think about the one Jennifer got into.
Oh,
Where did she go? We were signed up. Jennifer, which one was it? You're signed in. Which one did you get into?
Lawrence and Chico.
Yes.
It was Lawrence and Chico.
Was it Lawrence and Chico?
Yeah.
5 of us are in line trying to get in for the show. And of course, we weren't registered for this particular one. But sometimes what happens is shows are back to back. So you go to one and then you're like, oh, let me see if I can get into the next one. And we're all in line for this one. Yep, Lawrence and Chico. And Jennifer just worked her magic and slid right into that show. It was fantastic. The rest of us just kind of looked back and were like, what did she do? How did she get in? But that's just Jen. That's just who she is. So you guys got to follow her too. She's Jennifer_Fino. She's a talk show host and a model, and she's a great friend.
Amazing networker too.
Yes.
I thought before
you could take a class from her.
Yeah,
literally, you could take a class from her.
I always thought I'm a pretty good networker. I know how to talk to people, but Jennifer takes it to a different level.
Yes.
Not only does she know how to talk to people, she knows how to leave a lasting impression on people. And it's more than just here's my business card. She'll leave you with something to remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. She's at your service, she says.
At your service, yeah. She'll leave you with something to remember her by. And I think that's really the key to networking. It's more than just, making an introduction. It's, explaining to someone why they would want you to be on their team.
So if you're going to New York Fashion Week as an influencer, a hair and makeup artist, a magazine owner and writer like Nicole is, who's also on the call, and she has some questions. She said, what PR companies did you work with, and did you reach out to them, or did they reach out to you? So we're going to answer those questions. Those are really great questions. But what was I saying? What was the point of this?
Where were you going?
I was going somewhere with this. Networking. An elevator pitch. It's really important. Yes. I was probably I don't want to say the shyest, but the most afraid at New York Fashion Week because it was my first rodeo. I hadn't really gone to any fashion-like event before. I know I've done the work, but something like Fashion Week, it was exciting, but I also was like, I'm in for something brand new. I wasn't prepared, you guys. I think I got a little caught up in what am I supposed to wear there? What am I supposed to look like there? Christina's getting us in, and I was really just following her and the other girls. So when I got there, I wasn't ready completely with an elevator pitch. I did have business cards, different story altogether. I did have a website running and all that. But when I got to these shows, I didn't know who to talk to. If it was a smaller event, we went to magazine event. We went to an event hosted by Essence Magazine, and there were probably 100 people there. No problem. I was able to talk to everybody under the sun. But once we went to Sherry Hill, which was in Gotham Hall, and there were thousands of people there, I didn't even know who to turn around and talk to, or what the protocol was, or what the etiquette was. And it was daunting. The only thing I knew is I looked good because I was in the pink outfit. So I knew I looked in place. But how do you talk to people there? And that's something that I learned from the girls later is you just do your best. Everybody has their own networking style. And once you get there, you figure out where you're comfortable, what scenes you're comfortable in, what group sizes you're comfortable in, and the type of information you want to give. And definitely don't undersell yourself. I said this a really long time, and Christina and the girls were really good about this. I said, I'm just a hair and makeup artist. And they said, it's never just. You're not just a hair and makeup artist. So no matter what you're doing out there, hi, Vina, thanks for joining. I'm so happy you made it. So you're never just a hair and makeup artist or just a model or just, a writer. That's who you are, and own it and upsell it. Don't undersell yourself. You're doing it. People are watching you. You have the clients you have, and you're doing it because you're passionate about it. So, network well, have an elevator speech ready, don't undersell yourself, talk to anybody you can, and just be prepared. That's it. So for the next time when we go back in September, we're planning on going to both New York and London, if crossing our fingers. I'm going to be much better prepared. I'm probably going to focus a little less on the outfits now that I know that it's not so, it's crucial, but it's not all of what Fashion Week is. And be more prepared with what I'm going to say to people and how I'm going to approach people. It's a really big part of this. And I'm not shy, as you can tell. So it's not like I had a problem talking to people. I just didn't know who to talk to, and it was a little daunting. So
yeah, and I know that's not the first time I've heard that too. And people will ask me like, well, why would you go to Fashion Week? Like, how is that going to help me with my business? You know, is that going to help me with networking? How am I going to drive sales? Like, how is that really beneficial? And I mean, that's a very legitimate question. I mean, I still remember my very first Fashion Week. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was good, like what you were doing. You know, you want to like kind of observe and kind of see everything. And it's also very, very intimidating.
Yes, it
is.
Like
you walk in and, you know, it's like we're from the Bay Area, right? You know, where people are typically more laid back when it comes to fashion. In New York, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. It is like a game. Like
every day.
Every day.
Yes.
And, you know, it like still blows my mind. You know, you walk into a room and everybody is decked out. Yes. Everybody. So it is very intimidating. Like, I still remember my first Fashion Week. I walk in and I'm like, oh my God, why am I here?
Yeah.
Like, I was like so freaked out. But then of course, like you realize that, you know, we're all here for the same reason. We're all here for this show. We all want to network and we all want to, you know, get our photos taken and, you know, see it on whatever. New York
and you know, once you
style
start talking to people, they're actually really nice.
Yes.
And most people are willing to tell you where to go and, you know, what you can try for, or the next show that's coming, or what party you should check out. Because at a lot of these shows, you bump into people you're kind of seeing all over the city. We're all there for the same thing. So you're seeing familiar faces. Maybe you're now in line with someone that you were partying with last night. I mean, you get to know people while you're there. You kind of become your own little crew and start, you know, hanging out and going places. And a lot of it you figure out while you're at New York Fashion Week. So this is another thing. For those of you who want to attend and who are going to go for the first time, don't be taken aback if you miss shows or if you don't know what to say when you're there. Or some of you who are probably wonderful networkers may just get there and know exactly what to do. So either way, there's no loss, because you're going to walk out and you're going to learn something. I learned a ton about myself and what I need to improve on. And I learned what I'm really good at. And I learned where I need to stop using the word just a lot. So a lot of learnings came out of that. So that's how you get to New York Fashion Week. That's what you do when you want to network while you're there. Do you want to talk a little about the shows? Maybe one of our favorite shows?
Yeah. Jennifer's so funny. Talk about how we walked into our first. So one thing that you guys should know is New York Fashion Week is also a really great opportunity for photographers to jumpstart their businesses. So a lot of photographers will come from, you know, like what we did. You know, they'll come from California and, you know, they'll go to Fashion Week and they'll get pictures of, you know, like all the attendees and all that stuff, because they want to be able to sell their work to publications and, you know, Vanity Fair,
right,
and, you know, all these different publications.
She got a little shout out in Essence magazine as one of the people walking down the streets of New York. And her fashion
awesome.
was noticed, and she stepped out of her comfort zone. So
yeah, it was really awesome. So like, I think it was like the first show that we went to. We got off at I think it was like Pier 59 Studios, or
Studio 59.
Studio 59 Studios, right near Chelsea Pier. And we're getting out of the car, and literally right as I get out of the car, I'm like ambushed by photographers.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, can I at least fix my hair?
I think I still have the snap to
day.
that, you guys. So for those of you who've missed it, I'll try to load it on IG and I'll load it on my Snapchat. And Christina, I'll send it to you as well.
Yeah.
So you can see, because she gets ambushed with photographers, and then they just ask her to do this little walk in this thing. And Christina was like, I got it. Like, no problem. You want me to walk for you? I got this. So we recorded it because we're like, someone's got to get this on
like
film.
The best, like the best crew ever. All three of them were like with their phones. I was like, oh my God, I really feel like a celebrity.
Yeah,
now.
she was a celebrity for sure.
So that's another thing too. When you go to Fashion Week, always be prepared to get your photo taken. Like there's like, this is like, I don't know, I feel like etiquette like 101 or something. Like, don't pick your nose in public. Like, don't do anything embarrassing, because you never know when there's like a photographer going to be like coming out of nowhere, you know, just like take your photos.
They said that to me too. I said, what should you wear at Fashion Week before I'd done all my shopping 2 days before? And Christina and Nicole said, You could be photographed at any time. So look the way you would want to look if a photographer was coming up to you at any point in time and taking a photo from any angle. So that was really helpful too. It helped me pick my outfits because you don't want to be uncomfortable while you're there. You want to be fashion forward, but you want your true self to be represented as well, right? Like, what are you really comfortable with? Christina wore this amazing yellow jacket, which my sister Nika just commented. She said you looked amazing in the yellow, Christina.
Oh, thanks, Nika.
I could never wear it. I loved it, but it was completely out of my comfort zone. I know it was a bit out of hers too, but she's a lot more daring than I am when it comes to fashion. That's why that's her skill set. And I was all about the hair and makeup. My whole goal every day was your hair and makeup should be different, Shikha. You should look different every single day.
Yeah.
So
she really inspired me.
Yes.
When
Thank
we were
you.
in New York, because you told me like, I'm going to change it up every day. So there were times where I was like, I kind of want to do nude again. Then I'm like, you know what? Shikha would say change it up. So I'm changing it up. So I mean, I like that we like kind of
bounced off each other
out. Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say something. Oh, can we talk about how cute her top is, by the way?
Thank you.
You want to share the story about this top?
Yes.
Right before you came over?
Yes. I'm going to share this story and I'm going to tell you about the pink outfit in 1 minute because I know we're running low on time and you guys, I don't know how long you really want to listen to us. So,
they want to listen to us all day.
Thank you. So this is really funny. I went to go grab a cup of coffee for the both of us before getting here. And I went to Pete's and this girl goes, the barista actually goes, I really like your top. This has been sitting in my closet for, 4 months, something. I literally took the tag off today. And I can't see your shirt.
Jenna's asking to show it to...
Oh, God. Okay, I have tights on, guys, because this was supposed to be an upper body session only, okay? But it's just a really simple...
I love the sleeves. The sleeves are really cute.
Right? Like, it's like all sheer, and it has some embroidery on the sleeves. And
it's like a rose gold.
It is a rose gold embroidery on top of gray, and it's just plain in the back. It's not. It's a sweatshirt. It's a sweater. Okay. I picked it up at H&M. I should have told you that later, but I did pick it up at H&M a few months ago, and this girl, the barista today, goes, "Oh, I love your top." And I was like, "Thank you." So of course I do my spiel. I'm like, if you're into hair and makeup and fashion, come watch us on IG because that's what we do. And she goes, "Okay." And I said, "Well, I got it from, it's from H&M. And then she goes, "Really? It looks so much more expensive." And I said, "Thank you." She goes, "Maybe it's just you." And so
sweet.
It was super, super sweet because she made my morning. And I didn't have makeup on, by the way. Then I was like, I wasn't looking this good this morning. So, but the point is, to what we've been saying, you got to be true to yourself. And fashion is all about how you carry it. It's all, I'm wearing a $15 H&M sweatshirt, and I got stopped and asked and got told that it was wonderful. So that pink outfit, for those of you who are so curious and gave me lovely compliments, that is all New York & Company. Those are high waist, ankle length pink pants with a white, collared shirt like crop top in satin, and I bought it 2 sizes bigger because I didn't want it to be a crop top, because when I'm wearing tight pants, I like my tops to be a little more loose just so I can have some balance so I don't look too hugged. And then I'm wearing an oversized, they're called long lines, the jackets, the pink jacket. So the top, the jacket, and the pants, it's all New York & Company, and it was monochromatic. I just kept all the shades in pink because that's very in for the fashion, for the spring, fashion spring. And I put on a pair of glittery heels from 9 West, which I bought like 5 years ago. And I'm holding a clutch, a glittery clutch from Nordstrom's, actually, that I got as a gift from one of my really good girlfriends. And the necklace, there was a lot of back and forth about this. The necklace was from Aldo for $10. And everyone is, the outfit, if you look at it, you don't know where, you're like, where do you get that from? And that's how I felt when I bought it. That's probably why I bought it, because I really felt like this is a really cool outfit. All New York & Company. And a trend nowadays, I don't know if you guys are seeing it, Christina did it the other day, I watched her, to wear something like athletic with something classy. She wore athletic pants with a pair of stilettos the other day. I remember them, you wore those red army looking pants and you had stilettos on.
Yeah.
So that's very in. So my very corporate, businessy, white and like blush outfit, it's very feminine, and it's really, it's very low key. But what did I do? Thanks to her, I opened the top and I had like a nude bralette thing going on.
So hot, you guys.
And I added the sex appeal, and then I put on a full jeweled necklace with it, and it just made the outfit pop. And that's it. The whole outfit was under $200. Shoes, and everything, not including the purse because that was a gift, I don't know, but the shoes, the outfit, the necklace was all under 200, and I rocked it all day at shows and at a party in New York. So fashion doesn't have to be super expensive. It just has to be you. It has to be what you're comfortable in. Some of the stuff I wore, like we wore the Girls Hustle Hard sweatshirt. Yeah, we wore a sweatshirt and a pair of joggers. And it was one of like, people were stopping us like, oh my God, your sweatshirt is so cool, or where do you get that? So again, when you're picking looks for yourself, whether that's hair, makeup, fashion, clothing, shoes, just make sure it connects with who you are. And you're gonna, that will stand out, because when you're confident, that speaks the loudest.
Yeah, I actually really love what you just said right there. Like,
Thank you.
Fashion is like 90% your attitude, 10% what you're actually wearing, you know? And if you like see the people at New York at Fashion Week, they're all, whatever the hell they're wearing, they're so confident when they wear it. Even if they look absolutely ridiculous. Like, the expressions on their face is also a fashion statement. And it's just like, oh my gosh. Like, I remember seeing some of the most ridiculous outfits, but the person would have like such a straight face on and like,
just own it.
Like you can just tell looking at them, they think they're the shit. And like they look like it too. So, I mean, it doesn't matter like really where your outfits are from. But I mean, as long as you feel comfortable when you wear it and you feel good, it'll show all over your face. And I think that's like the sexiest fashion statement you can make.
Completely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Are the photographers dressed fashionably too? That's a great question, Carmen. Sometimes and sometimes not. So I've seen photographers that literally look like photographers. I mean, there are a lot of like older men that, you know, are just typical, you know, wearing a t-shirt and, you know, shorts or whatever. Or
it was cold too, by the way. So these photographers were outside and they're like bundled up. So not all
waiting outside for people to come out and, you know, snap their pictures and stuff. But I mean, I've met photographers that do like to get dressed up because they like to be in front of the camera too. So I guess it just kind of depends on, you know, like as a photographer, you know, like, do you want to be behind the camera all the time, or do you want to get in front of the camera and kind of do your thing too? So I mean, it depends.
Yeah.
Nicole's like, no, they're not. Maybe I'm being really nice.
Well, I don't know. I guess the ones that were indoors on some of the shows were, but the ones that were outdoors, they were like in 3 jackets and like scarves and beanies and hoodies, because they're out there for like 6-8 hours a day, like just shooting away whatever they can. So not all of them are completely well dressed, but some are. Yeah. So it just depends on where they are.
So we're down to like the last 4 minutes, because I'm thinking we should probably end at 12:30. Is there anything else that you guys want to know that maybe we hadn't touched on? I mean, we talked about outfits. We talked about how to get into the shows. What else?
We talked about one of our favorites.
So I guess like what was really helpful. How many female versus male photographers?
I think they were equivalent. Actually, there was no, from the photographer point of place, I think it was equivalent. But as far as attendees, I think there were more women attending than men. But the men who attended, it was like amazing. Like, you would watch these guys and it was like they gave me like complexes. Like, these men who attended were really out there and like fashion forward and really doing their thing. And so many of them, if you talk to them, they were like college students or they were like working individuals, and then they brought their A game when it came to fashion because it was their passion. So
you remember that one guy that we met at that first show? I forgot his name.
Conrad.
He was, oh my God. So he was wearing like, I'll have to like post a photo on my IG story so you guys can see it. He was wearing black and yellow, and the way he rocked it was just like, I think he was charging his phone in the corner, and we walked in, and then I went up to him and I'm like, can I get a photo with you?
You did. And we have a group photo with him too.
Yeah, just because he looked so on point. I was like, I need a photo with this guy. So, I mean, I don't know where I was going with that.
That the guys just rocked it.
Oh, yeah. The guys there, they just rocked it. Yeah.
Vina says, how many different shows did you go to, and how did you decide? Vina, we kind of went over this in the beginning. The show lists don't come out till really close to the actual fashion week. So it's really hard to do this. It's really hard to pre-plan. A lot of the stuff we probably figured out like a week before, even less than that, because you have to register for these shows through PR companies, and then you have to get like this barcode and this confirmation. One day we attended like 5, one day we attended only 1, but then we went to like a cool after party. And that's another thing.
We didn't talk about after parties.
Sometimes you go to one show and you miss another one, but then you end up at the missed show's after party. So you still get to like mingle and see what it was about. All in all, I think we went to 7 or 8 shows probably. And that's one of them was like 4 shows in one go, one after the other in the same theater. So
that day was exhausting.
That was a really tiring day.
Really tired that day.
But it was cool. Yes, you were. That's really funny. Yes, Nicole, you're right. Conrad was featured in the magazine too. The same one.
He was.
Essence
That's
magazine
right.
That,
I saw him in there too.
That Christina was in.
I was going to say something.
Yes.
Going off of the after parties, but I forgot. Oh, so there was one day, I think it might have been that day where we split. I think you and Nicole went to some shows, and then Jennifer and I went to some shows. So Jen and I are on the way to a show that was like in Lower Manhattan. So it took us like 20 minutes to get there. So by the time we actually got there, we had missed the show. But there were so many photographers out there that it actually worked out to our advantage, because Jennifer is a TV talk show host and a model. I'm a fashion influencer and a model. So, we step out of the car, and then kind of the same thing, photographers are like bombarding us. Like, can we get your photo? Can we get your photo? And like for us, like in our lines of work, it's more valuable for us to be in front of someone's camera than it is for us to be sitting inside a show. So she and I literally just got our photos taken for a good like 2 hours. And then we came.
And they had individual shoots done too. And I think it was excellent because both of them, Jennifer, we have to tell you this. We're going to the Essence book opening thing, right?
Yeah.
And we're getting on the subway, and there's this photographer there, and Jennifer just walks up to him. This speaks to her networking.
Oh, yeah.
She walks up to him and goes, "Are you a photographer? Where are you from? Where do you shoot? Do you have time tomorrow morning?" And that's how she scheduled her shoot.
Yeah.
Like, it was that quick, and she got some of the best pictures from that shoot. So literally, you just got to open your mouth and like ask for it. I said this in the last show too. Just whatever you want, open your mouth, ask for it, and go after it, because something comes together. We're gonna end soon, but we want to talk. We would just want to tell you what we're going to talk about next week, because this week we wanted to wrap up New York Fashion Week. It's getting wrapped up over there. We wanted to make sure we gave you all of our insight, because people were still curious as to what's going on. But next week, we have a very close to our heart, intimate, personal topic we're going to talk about with you guys. And I think a lot of ladies and gentlemen out there, you guys are probably going to relate to this one. So
yeah, I'm really excited for next week. So we're going to be talking about body image and body positivity. So both Shikha and I have gone through our own individual, kind of fitness journeys, and we both have very different ones. And so I think we'd be able to share some really different perspectives. We both have different body types.
Yes.
And I think it'd be really helpful for us to share our stories. And, they're obviously very personal to us. So yeah, definitely come back next week, 12 o'clock, with any of your questions, maybe relating to fitness, or it doesn't even have to be fitness, maybe body positivity, body self-image. I was actually telling her, when I was in high school, I was like a twig. I was like super, super skinny. And then when I went to college, I gained maybe like 10 to 15 pounds, so I still wasn't fat, but it was like, for me, because I wasn't used to being like,
you weren't used to being heavier.
I wasn't used to being heavier. So there were so many issues that came with that like you wouldn't even really expect, and I'm sure that there are a lot of people that probably like, you don't really think about it, but then there are little decisions that you make in your mind that you make just kind of based off of your appearance. And I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Like, it's not like very apparent to you at the time, but then maybe if you take a step back, then you kind of realize it. So we both thought it'd be really, really interesting to talk about that next week.
It's a very mental and emotional, and it's a physical topic altogether. So definitely join us next week. Before I sign off, for those of you who haven't seen Christina and Nicole's video on YouTube yet, which is Brown Girls Talking About Sex and New York Accents, it is pretty fantastic. I know we gave you a lot of us today, but that is one not to miss. She will link it for you in her Instagram. I'll link it for you. We'll throw it on Facebook. Definitely make sure you watch that video. Come back next week and we'll talk about some positive body imaging. I want to take this last question, Miss Kiara Drew. How would you describe the experience of attending fashion shows?
That's a great question to end with.
Amazing. Go. Doesn't matter what you're going for. Just go do it once. Go see what it's like. Go put yourself in a new environment and check out the atmosphere. See what other people out there are doing. I mean, you see everything from, like, we saw the actual designers. Christina got to interview one, Sherry Hill actually. And then we saw the strugglers, and we saw the people just trying to make it. And then we saw these models. And it was a very, very cool experience. It was eye-opening. It was a learning. I mean, I didn't ever know I could be shy, and I'm not. So that says a lot for those of you who do know me. So it was, Christina, I don't know if you want to leave on anything with that, but I would say go. As a newbie, I would tell everybody to go do it once at least.
Yeah, I would say so too, especially if you're creative and you're kind of in that industry and, like beauty, fashion, photography, like whatever you do, I think it's like a good experience to at least be able to see it. And I love what you just said. Like, it's good to push yourself and put yourself outside of your comfort zone. And I feel like it's so easy to kind of get sucked into things that are easy and that make you feel comfortable. So when you put yourself outside of what makes you comfortable, that's where you really grow. And like for me, I guess like a learning that I took away from it, this was the first time that I actually rolled with, 3 girls. And because both times, I mean, like I went with some people, but like it was just very like, it was like our first time going to Fashion Week. So we were all just kind of soaking it in. But this time, just going with the 3 of you, like you, Nicole and Jennifer, it was so much fun. And we all had the same energy. And oh my gosh. So whenever the 4 of us would go anywhere, we would literally stop every 10 minutes and be like, get me a photo here. Can you take a snap of me? We eventually had to impose a 3 photo maximum.
That was my rule. I have to tell you, that was my rule. I was like, guys, 3 photos max is what we're doing. So give us your best look.
Yeah, which I really liked that though. Because, or else like we never would have done anything. We never would have, we already barely ate because we didn't have any time.
Ever.
But,
except shakes at midnight.
Shakes at midnight.
I have to shout out to my mom, you guys. She actually is so funny. She is signed on to ClassyGlam's account, not even mine. So that just tells you how we all support each other. Thanks, Mom. She said beautiful ladies and sent a heart emoji.
Aww.
So thank you, Mom, for watching. And I'm glad you guys had fun. I hope you learned something from this. I hope if you have any topics you want to hear about, if there are any demos that you want to see, she's a fashion guru. I do hair and makeup in my sleep. Thank you. So we'd be happy to do demos for you guys. We're kind of coming up with a few more collaborations and things that we can give you guys that you can enjoy. But next week we're talking about body positivity right back here at noon on Thursday for ClassyGlam.
ClassyGlam.
Stay classy, stay glamorous, you guys. I didn't mean to take that away from you, but I like the quote.
I like the way you said it.
All right, guys, thanks for joining so much. And again, I think the winner over here is Ibag. I don't know if she's still signed in, but earlier in the show, I asked you guys to guess what I would be turning this Saturday. And for those of you who know me well, you weren't allowed to play. But those of you, like, for instance, my sister and Nicole and Jennifer, basically, you 3 are not allowed to play. And so you're supposed to guess how old I am turning. And I was going to send you, or I am going to send you my favorite product. So Ibag, who signed on to ClassyGlam's account, guessed 36. And though I'm heartbroken, she is right. That's exactly what I'm going to be on Saturday is 36. I will be updating Instagram with my birthday look, both day and evening. So look out for that. And in the meantime, you guys, have a great Thursday and have a great weekend.
I'm just going to say one thing real quick.
Yes.
That guy that guessed your age when we were in New York, he thought she was 26.
Yeah.
I literally thought she
was 28.
No, I thought it 26.
Was it 26?
Yeah, because I remember I was like, dang, that's like really young.
It was like the youngest one there, and I